Good afternoon. Today is the 20th of July, and this isn't a very vague vlog, by the way. We'll have to record one of those at another point. But it is the day after an absolutely ridiculous heat wave. That's why we've got the window a little bit open. But I need to take my mother's car for a bit of a clean because it's not really moved for the last 3 or 4 weeks. As I've been using the Rover for all sorts of interesting escapades. I haven't gone back from doing things like the MG40 event and also the BMC and Leyland show. I've been thinking about what it is that older people bought in replacement for their Rovers after the company went under in 2005. Obviously, the Rovers in particular were often bought by older people. They were bought by retired people. Very often they were bought by people who wanted to keep them for a really long time. Traditionally, the older buyers would not use things like finance, and they would keep the car for maybe 10 years or so. Obviously, when MG started kind of making their first proper new car under Chinese ownership, not just a slightly modified TF which came out in 2008, but the MG6 which came out in 2011 in this country. Things were a little bit sort of different in terms of the sort of person they were hoping to buy the car. And while MG do make some really good cars, and I've driven all of their 2011 or later models on the channel, I think actually a lot of the people who would have bought Rovers had the company still existed went over to other manufacturers, and the manufacturer in this part of the world that springs to mind straight away is not Peugeot, as some people have said, or Honda, although the Honda Jazz is very popular with the older motorists, and for very, very good reason. They are excellent cars. I think it's Skoda actually. You think that in an area like this, and we're on the way to Winchester, that maybe it would be, I don't know, like a Jaguar or a Mercedes or something. And you see Jaguars and Mercedes in this area. There is a dealer in Winchester where we actually bought the first car that my sister and I had in 2001, that has for many years been a Skoda dealership. They were first a Volkswagen one, and we've been a Skoda one for I don't know how long. It's a long, long time. It's at least 25 years, I think. And you see a lot of the older Skoda models. So we're looking for specifically for cars in our little look around from before about 2012. I'll say that's a sort of cut off, because sort of people who want to own these cars want to own them for a long time. They don't buy them on the hire purchase agreements necessarily or the finance, and they want something that's going to last them and be, cheap to run. We're talking models like the Yeti, the very facelift ones, the very early Rapids, the old Fabias, the Roomsters, the Octavias, stuff like that. None of this kind of modern SUV thing. Not there's any particularly with a lot of these SUVs, but Skoda's generally pushing, I think, a far more up market to a customer now than they were. And there have been Skoda buyers all over the demographics, from really young people to sort of the older people as well. But a lot of older people do drive them. I've had plenty of these on my channel. I've had a 2006 Fabia, 2009 Superb, although we can't actually talk about that one, and the 2011 Roomster. So we'll go down to Winchester and we'll take a look and see if we can find some of these old Skodas. For some reason I find this sort of thing very interesting. If you're still watching the video by now, you'll probably also be interested, because most people are turned off. So join me as we go and see what old Skodas we can find. Lloyd Consulting stickers, t-shirts and mugs are available by clicking the link to the Google form in the video description below. Here we are, viewers, in the cross area of Winchester, outside Winchester Motor Company. They do actually still show this sort of old Volkswagen heritage here, but they do sell a good number of Volkswagens as well as these quite new Skoda models. But look, 18 plate, what's this, a Kodiak, it's 26 grand. It's like a Karoq here. That's £30,000, so's that one. This TIG one's 24 grand. Now, don't get me wrong, I like the Skoda as SUVs. I actually drove one of these Karoqs a couple of years ago on Twin Jacket Reviews, a Christmas special. This is more like it. Here we go, viewers. 2013 Monte Carlo edition for 6 grand. But that's not going to be of interest though to the typical old Skoda buyer. You see, even this 21 plate here, this one's a year old and it's £14,000, and that's the old model there. So I think we're going to have to go and have a look for something that's a little bit older. So sort of think about, you're going to keep the car for 10 years. You don't want sort of, you know, fancy racy bits in an SUV like on this one. Very good car, by the way, Sportline, very nice. I'd like to have a go at one of those, but we need to go round the back somewhere and we need to find some older Skodas of a typical Winchester resident. That's more like it. Here's the Monte Carlo edition here, and it's an estate. 2010 Fabia estate. Wow. Yes. Oh, it's unfortunate we can't talk about it there, viewers. Let's move on. Almost there with this set to go. A little bit too new though. Let's keep going. My goodness me, completely unrelated to the subject of this video, but Q-plated left-hand drive Mercedes-Benz 190. This is a really early one as well, because it's not got the latest style of windscreen wiper. So this will be for about 84 or older. Local plate to the area, but registered, who knows. It's quite a find. Gosh, this is unexpected as well. It's a Volkswagen Chiron. It's a really old one as well, and it's a petrol. It's 1996 to 7 plate. St Cross Garage, Winchester, just round the corner from here. That's crazy. I didn't think any of those left. Oh, viewers. Yes, dark green. Beige leather interior. Oh, I do like a nice beige leather interior, viewers. Of course I was going to find one of these. 2003 pre-facelift Jazz. Of course. Yep, probably tons of these around here. And look at this, a 1999 Volkswagen Bora. It's actually got Winchester Motor Company plates on it. It wouldn't supply originally by them, that's an Essex plate on here, so it would have come to the new stock, but it's obviously hardly moved since they put those plates on it about 20 years ago. Yeah, there we go, this is more like it. It's a bit too sporty though. Almost. Oh my gosh, is that a base model Citroen Saxo? Maybe a Saxo first or something. Don't know. It's interesting anyway. Right, I think we're just going to go to a different area where I know there is some stuff. And I will see you in a bit. Just next to where my twin sister used to go to school, we've got this Poverty Spec 2013 Citigo, but I'm not really interested in that because there's a car that just lives around this corner. And look at that. 2010 Fabia. I think this is owned by an older person actually. Winchester Motor Company plates of course, but I think this might have been registered by Skoda themselves back in the day. This isn't a VRS or anything, it's
I think this is a Sport, the HTP engine. I think this is an auto as well. That's a manual. But yes, that's the sort of thing we're looking for, viewers. Let's go find some more. Well, viewers. A top spec, really early Skoda Rapid. This one's not the space back, it's just a normal one. Shame we can't talk about it. I think we've also found something down here. Yes, I think this will close us out, viewers. Same year as the Rapid. Nice Octavia estate. Brilliant. Anyway, thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and leave a comment below. And I shall see you again soon. Possibly for more car spotting. Who knows? Let me know if you enjoyed this in the comment section below.